Velveeta tapes. Take one.
The Velveeta tapes. Everybody just missed my liquid gold. That's all I. Andy, that's all I was bringing
God
today.
damn it! Today I was in the shower and I was like, man, if Matthew comes in and goes, that's all I got. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And
What
we
I
didn't
just
even get
had,
far.
I just for the people that don't know this. Well, actually, no, I can't. Because then it starts to dip into what our actual who would win of the week is.
Yeah,
But it
you know what?
involved the
This is-
I sweep kid.
Who cares? Because this one you gotta bring. There's no way we're not gonna be doing that the whole
Well, I
time.
know. Well, that's
so
why it's
fun.
no. Let's just play it out.
Oh golly!
But it should have been the I sweep kid.
Here's my big question, and we can do it.
I swept it
Why?
my way, like that. And then I swept it again because
And
I'm
then I
poor.
swept it again.
What is that? I'm poor. I'm so poor. I sweep and I sweep.
Oh,
Isn't
I'm
that what he
poor.
says?
I have no idea. I haven't seen that movie
Dude,
since I was in like middle school.
I had it memorized back. Honestly, this is Emily's fault. I had it memorized back when Emily was
I don't know
here.
if you did have it memorized, dude. I remember you saying I sweep and I sweep, but pretty much that's the extent of your lyrical knowledge on that tune, as far as
What's
I recall.
that from?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
Are you Googling sweep song, Little Shop of
Yeah.
Horrors? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And so we say, I'm drunk
Skid
again,
Row.
down on Skid Row.
That's what it's called. Yeah. But
yeah.
no, I don't want to play it. I want to see the lyrics. How do I do that?
Just Google
Lyrics.
it. Now who's bad at stuff? Huh?
Where's the sweep? Dude, I've talked about this so many times. People that listen to this just listen to me talk about the same things over and over again. Yeah. All my life I've always been poor. I keep asking God, what am I for? And he tells me, gee, I'm not sure. Sweep that floor, kid.
Sweep that floor, kid.
When does he say I sweep and I sweep? He might not say I sweep and I sweep. I might have made that part up. Dude, I swear he
Test.
says I sweep
Okay.
and I sweep.
I sweep and I sweep. Something's
that
wrong with
floor,
the
kid.
computer connecting to the television.
Uh-oh.
It's something over there. I won't worry about it. I was going to pull up what the guy looks like.
I know what it is. Watch this.
Let's see. I bet you that's not going to be it.
Watch this.
I bet you. We'll see. Matthew's technical knowledge.
Is the computer on? Try it again. Hey!
Is the computer on? It must be the computer's not on.
But I fixed it.
Yes, thank you, Matthew. I was trying to avoid that, giving you credit. So why hasn't there been a WWE wrestler that's been like, you know how they all have themes basically? Like, why hasn't there been like a mafioso, like Italian?
Are you
Al
sure that
Capone
there
kind of
hasn't
guy?
been?
I feel like I would know if there was.
Dude, there's a lot of WWE wrestlers out there.
Yeah. What should we Mafia WWE?
I already looked it up.
Yeah, but I can put it on the big screen. Mafia WWE wrestler. The D'Angelo family. Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, Tony D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo.
So there you go.
I don't know.
The Don. Led by Don. Tony D'Angelo.
Dino Bravo.
Yeah, there you go. See, I told you there was gonna. Was that all you brought
This
to the table
doesn't
today?
look like what I'm talking about, though.
No, go back. That guy right there. Italian to the left. Italian-American mobster, Tony D'Angelo. Left.
This guy?
Yes.
I don't
That's
think
what-
that's the wrestler, though.
Yes, it is.
It does say WWE in the corner.
It's not. The website was Sportster.
I didn't click on it on purpose. This guy's more Italian-American to me than any of them.
No.
This guy looks more of a mobster than that other guy
I'm
up
gonna
there.
have to disagree with you.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah.
See, there's no, like, I'm talking about a guy who walks into the ring and he's got like a big like Al Capone coat on and the fedora and the cigar, and he's like, "Oh,
I think
hey,
that's
I'm
what
gonna
that
wrestle
family
ya.
is.
I'm gonna wrestle you."
Well, no, see, I don't know what
These
you
guys right
probably,
here.
You probably know more.
Nothing.
You
Doesn't look
probably
like it.
know more about. I don't think that's it. You probably know more about wrestling than I do, but like, I think that like you also got to play into it more than just the one person. Like you got to have the family. You know what I mean? So you have like the
Yeah.
manager and stuff
This is
like that.
definitely
What you're looking
specifically
for.
NXT. Yeah, the D'Angelo family is definitely what I mean.
Yeah. There you go.
Full FBI, full-blooded Italians. God, I can't believe we didn't see more fucking kids in high school wearing that shirt as like a cutoff. Dino Bravo.
Johnny Stamboli. That
name?
writes itself. The FBI debuted in WWE in 2003, featuring Nunzio
and Johnny Stamboli.
And Johnny
I'm sorry,
Stamboli.
I don't know how that
Yeah,
happened.
I don't know what you did either.
I didn't do nothing.
Johnny Stamboli.
Hey, I'm Johnny
What are you doing later?
Stamboli.
I'm hanging out with Johnny Stamboli.
I'm Stamboli.
He's having it his way.
I'm Stambolin over here.
What
That's
else?
a strike.
I'm having a Stamboli.
I'm having a Stamboli. I'll take a Stamboli extra spicy.
Can I get a Stamboli?
Where you try my Nona's Stamboli?
My Nona makes the best Stamboli.
My Nona used to make a Stamboli, make go, that's a good Stamboli. That's
You're
how
switching
good it is.
but see, you just started
No,
switching
I'm
from
not switching
Italian.
to nothing.
You start switching from American Italian to Italian.
Exactly, and that's the same.
No.
Oh, what's the difference? You tell me. You tell me. I don't tell you. My lips are sealed. Our lips are sealed. People, they're talking. They talk
Talking
about us.
people.
Telling lies. Well, it's no surprise. Oh.
They laugh just a little too long.
Sing Italian
They
Christmas
stand
donkey
just
a little too loud.
Close.
Do the old play the
Dominique.
accordion.
You're talking about Dominique.
I'm talking about, hey, don't say his name out loud. Don't say his name out loud. You're never supposed to say his name out loud.
That's
That's how
all
you
it
know.
says in the song.
But you're not supposed to, that's a test.
If you don't say his name,
Jiggity jig, oh.
if you don't say his
If
name,
you don't say his name, then you're a thing.
they know you're Italian.
Then you know you're in
it's
the
like
FBI.
in the
I got a badge.
what's that movie about
The Godfather.
Inglourious Bastards, maybe or
Glorious
something.
Bastards.
I think it's a Nazi movie where
Yeah,
the guy
with
holds up
Brad
three,
Pitt.
but he holds up three the wrong
Yeah,
way,
he does this
Yeah.
instead of, he does this instead of this.
or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. If you're listening to Dominic the Italian Christmas Donkey with a bunch of Italians and you say Dominic, they know.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
You can get kicked out. That's a good way to get kicked out of family. It's a way to get whacked. But I'm just surprised that, okay, so it looks like, but NXT, that's like one of the offshoots thing. I don't know a ton about wrestling. Main event.
Well, that's
So either
different
this is
groups.
like-
the FBI is different than the D'Angelo
Oh, yeah,
family.
see, this is old. This is like 1980,
well,
1993.
no, different. But no, Dino Bravo was. Big Vito. Those are all different groups.
Got it.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. So there's not one right now, it looks like. So there's room.
So we could start one.
We could do it. Somebody should. But it's all, what's that guy's name? I can't remember.
They had the
I can't
Irish.
remember his
They had
name.
the Irish represented. Remember?
Oh, God, I can't believe I forgot that
Cletus?
guy's name. No, it's not Cletus.
Isn't that a
From The
wrestler?
Simpsons? I'm sure there's a wrestler named
Sheamus.
Cletus somewhere. Yeah, Sheamus.
Sheamus.
Sheamus. And that guy, I saw him for the first time. He was a guest on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon way back in the day. And I was like, okay, I'm going to ride or die with this guy because his skin, this is the representation that we
Did
need.
they race through the streets of New York?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the representation that we need. This is what, when they say diversity, this is what we're talking about. Sheamus's skin was so pale that to make his action figure, Mattel had to create a new kind of plastic. I swear to God, that's like the crux of that interview.
Huh.
Yeah. And that's important. That's important for a young pale kid like myself inside on a
To be
sunny day.
represented.
To be represented.
Yeah, because you don't
yeah.
see a lot of pale men.
Well, we don't really go out and about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're
no.
more indoor people most of the time. Even if we're at the beach, we got big hats on, so you can't really tell who we are. And that's the way. But that's
Long
the way we like it.
sleeves.
Sometimes long sleeves, you have to. I have to wear my SPF shirts, or else ruin my honeymoon. Only the last 2 days I got sunburned, and it put me in a bad mood. But the rest of the time was absolutely beautiful.
So you ruined the last 2 days of your honeymoon.
No, we made the best of it.
Okay.
It was
All
still
right.
a blast. I could have been worse. Did I tell you? When we went on our honeymoon, we went to Hawaii. We went to 2 islands. Second island, we flew to Kauai. Tiny. There's like one road. We did talk about that because you're like, there's not one road.
Yeah,
But
there isn't. I
But
looked
there
it
was
up.
one road.
There's not.
And so our we got this guy to pick us up and take us to the hotel. And his name was Jeff. And he picked us up in this big Escalade. Maybe my favorite kind of car ever.
Yep.
And we're going along this road, and I'm trying to kind of start a conversation with him. Jeff's not much of a talker.
Okay.
So we're sitting kind of in silence. All of a sudden, the smell wafts over. And it becomes clear Jeff farted. And it's like, okay, I'm not.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge?
Yep.
I farted last night. It smelled terrible. I think my neighbors moved. But
that was a little Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah. But then famous Italian American Rodney Dangerfield. But then as the miles continued, fart a little more, you smell a little more. So eventually
So Jeff was seeping.
Jeff had a bit of a leak going on. And so about the third fart hits and he just says to himself, "Come on," and like rolls his window down this tiniest bit.
Yeah.
I think like, "Oh, Jeff, don't worry about it. It's okay."
What are you gonna do, Jeff? What'd you rate him?
5 out of 10. 10 out of 5.
10 out of 5?
He was a great guy. He had a nice dog. Like I said, he was just a typical.
I think you talked about Jeff before.
Yeah.
He had a dog in the car?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Shout out to Bryson and Barkus.
Those were his dogs' names?
No, those were those 2 kids in the Uber in Nashville, my bachelor
Dude,
party.
that's what I was thinking about, too, when we were talking about this.
I was thinking about that because some other people I know, or a lot of bachelor parties. I know a lot of bachelor parties going on, and one of them is going to Nashville, and it's like.
Is that Gloves?
No. We're going to Chicago for Gloves' bachelor party.
Okay.
It's like the week I get back from London.
Yeah.
I got a busy. Is May? This is April, right?
It's
Jesus
about to be May. Friday will make it May.
So we're really getting close to everything, including your own wedding.
We got a lot of events.
Because May. Wait, so May. I got something going pretty much every weekend, but I'm not like crazy busy. But then the very last weekend of May is when I'm going to that convention.
Yep.
And then I go to London in June, and then I got his bachelor party and your bachelor party, and then we got all the weddings and all this other stuff going on. And your stag party, which I have questions about that because I've never been to a stag party. I don't really understand how they work. Like we don't have to talk about this now.
This is
but
a
I
good thing
have
to
I
address.
have tickets. And I don't understand like what that is. Like one of my friends who cannot attend regretfully, but he is like, "Oh, let me buy a ticket."
Yeah.
I don't know so he sent me money. I don't know what that is about. I don't know what to do with it. Our uncle called me maybe over a week ago at this point. Dodged a phone call because I knew he was going to ask me about tickets, and I have them. I have no idea what the deal is.
This is like, all right.
I don't know nothing, and I know I'm just saying.
So
I plead insanity. I plead ignorance. Can you do that in a court of law?
I have a couple different theories about stags. Stags are, and
Harry
also
Potter's Patronus.
I don't know if stags are a thing everywhere. Stags might be regional.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely like a Pennsylvania like here type shit.
So a stag
shit,
is
Seth.
Essentially like a party that
a man
the
party for
groomsmen,
men. A men's bash, if you will.
that the groomsmen put on to raise money for the groom.
Okay.
So I was kind of anti-stag because it used to, like, people didn't used to really have, like, bachelor parties like they do now, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So they would have stags, and that was kind of like also that was also the night.
A bit of a 2-in-1.
Yeah.
A bit of a 2-in-1
So-
shampoo conditioner.
Yeah, so you sell tickets to a stag, and then, it's a party, and it's like food and drinks included.
Okay.
So it's like, open bar.
So it's a party
food.
is what you're saying.
Yes, but then there's like basket raffles and shit like
Sure.
that, and there's like games. It's again 50-50. Like it's supposed to raise money, so people buy the ticket to go, and yeah, they get the free booze and stuff like that too. But also, then you have the basket raffles and stuff like that, and it's supposed to raise money for the groom. So, like you'll have you buy a ticket. So you buy a ticket, you get like like a door prize. You get entry into the door prize kind of thing.
Right.
But what we did, because this is a friend of the show, Chris McCune, this is how he operates, because it's what we did for his stag, was when you buy a ticket, there's a door prize, but then also there's like a ticket prize, so that you don't actually, because the door prize you got to go to win.
Oh,
you got to show up. But the ticket prize, you just get entered for buying the ticket.
Okay.
Which usually, like, anytime anybody offers me a stag ticket, I always buy it.
Yeah,
I almost never go.
Yeah.
Back in the olden days, people went to stags people went to stags and you would raise a lot of money because they would get strippers.
Yeah, right.
So, like, stags were synonymous with strippers.
Right.
Not the case anymore. People have moved away from the strippers. But it turns out, I know this from Christopher's stag, if you're throwing a stag that there's not strippers at, which most people don't have strippers anymore, the older generation is not happy about it. They're like,
good to know.
what am I buying a stag ticket for? There's
Well,
no
I got to hang
strippers."
out with all these guys. I don't even have a boner. I'm
Yeah.
not even rock fucking hard. I'm surrounded by all these guys. I'm not even rock hard. What the fuck?
Yeah. So you got that part
People
of it
used to be
going
gayer.
on.
People used to be gayer. They say everybody's gay now. No, people used to be gayer. They're so gay they didn't even realize how gay they were. That's gay. Episode title,
So
that's gay.
a stag is a big party essentially.
Yeah.
And it usually it's a festival, it's a celebration of sorts. But like the big part of it is the way that my friends and I have ran stags in the past, because we're not, listen, no offense to the stripper workforce, but
No,
we're
none
so,
taken.
But what we do is, that's why we take pride in, you got to have an unreal basket raffle.
Yeah.
You got to have a 10 of 10 basket raffle.
Yeah.
Because if you do, good things.
It's a little easier.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the basket.
Well, because
I was
then
looking to
people
get into
also,
tonight,
because like
but this is
you
okay.
pay the whatever. Also, here's the other thing. This is where I will stand my ground. Stag ticket, $20. Used to always be $20.
Yeah.
Now people
Yours
are
are
bumping up.
$25.
I know, and I was anti that. I was like, it should be $20. And
Yeah.
no, 25. Whatever. People are charging $30
One
for
bill.
a stag these
One
days.
bill.
Yeah, one bill. Boom. Make it easy.
$30. That's crazy. A 20
That's what
and a
I'm
10.
saying.
Where am I supposed to get that cash? Isn't floating around.
So I mean, like, you gotta assume like the ticket cost. You gotta cover like if you rent it, like if you're doing it at a place, you're renting a place. Plus you got the food and the beverages. So like that covers most of it.
By
Right.
the way,
And then you got the basket raffle. You're selling
Yeah.
tickets. You're selling 50/50s. There'll be some other games and stuff. You do
Yeah.
stuff, and then that's how you're supposed to raise money. Yeah, that's a stag.
no, I mean, I knew that it was supposed to like raise money and stuff, but I guess I'm glad to get that explanation still. However, the other problem is the guy who
Well, can I say one more thing? Because
Yeah, of
here's the
course.
other thing about a stag. A stag is like essentially, you got to buy a ticket, but it's essentially open to the public. Like
Yeah.
you could sell a stag ticket
You
to
can sell
anybody.
to
They don't
anybody.
need to know. They don't need to know anybody. They don't
Yeah.
need to do anything.
yeah,
They just pay their money, get their ticket. They show up and can drink and win some prizes.
yeah,
Like you'll get a lot of,
randos.
oh yeah, you get people from all over the place.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
guy, my friend who bought the ticket from me, also paid me with Apple Cash, which is basically worthless to me.
Yeah.
I'm not signing up for that. Venmo, everybody has. Fucking Zelle, even people use. Like Apple Cash is the worst possible thing you
But
can
there's
pay with.
There's
pay me
places
with.
that you can buy stuff with Apple Cash.
Yeah, but it's still a pain.
Yeah. Why, you still gotta like sign up for it and stuff?
Yeah, you
to
still got to
claim it?
sign up. I
Yeah,
have no idea how to
man.
even access that money.
No.
So basically, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up paying for his ticket, and I'm going to have this $25 worth of Apple Cash sitting on the cloud somewhere until society collapses.
Next time you're with them, you should be like, hey, do you have any like cash in like your Venmo or anything? Like I got $25 sitting in my Apple Cash and I can't do anything with it. Like I'll send it to you if you give me $25.
I don't even know if I have the ability to send it back to him because of how I just have this Apple Cash.
Can you deny the request?
I don't think so. I think I think you have to accept money if people send it to you, no matter what. Like that money is, they will like you can't say no. I don't want your money, which is kind of not that it would come up all the time necessarily, but it does seem like a little bit of a flaw.
So that's a stag.
So that's a stag.
Yeah.
It's not just Harry Potter's Patronus. It's also
Yeah.
everything that we just discussed.
Yeah, or it's a male deer.
It's also a male deer.
That's what a stag is.
Yeah, I know what a stag is because of Harry Potter's Patronus, man.
Like, there's people that have, like, fundraiser parties for their weddings, and they call it, I think they call it a buck and doe.
Yeah, I've heard of buck and does.
Yeah.
But if
So a stag is just
it's just a
a
man.
stag. A stag is just a stag where we sweep and we
A
sweep.
stag is a stag. And
Not
that's
only
how
could it be a
goes.
stag.
It's got to be a stag.
My when I was at home today, I found ants
No.
in the most obscure spot, Andy.
Oh no.
And I've been in this house for several years. Never
Yeah.
had ants. Andy. Like I'm pretty sure I've quickly solved it. There's more to this story. It's not just ants. But you know my theory about ants. So I have a slight
Where there's
suspicion.
ants, there's uncles?
No, I have a theory that ants could take over the world.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a slight suspicion that they've gotten wind of my theory and they're looking to infiltrate. Because they came in, they're not like in my kitchen, they're not by a door. They came in through the wall. Like they're coming through, I'm pretty sure, like the baseboard in my living room, like next to my couch.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I just see ants. I'm like, this is a problem. And it wasn't like it wasn't like a full like stream of ants, but there was there was ants, those little mini ants, there was ants. So I, dispose of the ants. And as any person does, as any recluse does that doesn't leave the house when they don't need to / want to, I Instacarted Home Depot.
Yeah, bunch of ant spray.
Some pet friendly. So this gets in the story. So I Instacart some pet friendly ant spray, and then I Instacart some of those classic little ant traps.
Oh yeah.
Little
those.
the ant traps. Yeah. So I dispose of all the ants. I hit it with the spray, and then I'm like, okay, I don't want to put these ant traps somewhere where my dogs can eat them. Or like, you know what I mean? Like get too involved in them. Because my one dog is a lunatic and she will eat anything. She ate my Kindle the other day.
How much of it? She swallowed it whole?
No. But she was just using it as a toy. Yeah, just walking around with it in her mouth. Broken screen. Thing was destroyed.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. Like,
you gotta
hey.
be careful with that shit, man.
Yeah. No, you'd think. So I'm like, okay. So, but I got an 8-pack, which I definitely did not need an 8-pack.
8-pack traps?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. But it's like, it said like the more traps you use, the more effective it is. And I'm like, well, that seems like now I'm drawing ants in. Now I'm trying to attract. I don't want to attract any more ants.
Yeah.
I just want if they do, I just want the ants that maybe have showed up to die.
Yeah.
So dispose of the ants, do the spray. Like I keep the dogs away from there for a little bit while the spray, does its thing. It was said it was pet friendly, but I didn't want them going over, didn't want the puppy going over there and getting too involved.
Sure. Companies lie.
So fast forward to like 15 minutes later, I walk out of my office and my puppy's just chewing on an ant trap.
Fuck.
And I'm like, this cannot be good.
No.
But so the long
made
story
of chocolate.
Long story short of it is, according to the internet, which is where I go for all my medical advice.
Of course, you're a person.
There's not really a ton of there's a teeny bit of poison.
Yeah, enough for an ant.
In ant traps, but not enough for like a 45 to 50 pound dog.
Whew.
Supposedly, and it didn't. My dog didn't consume the ant trap.
That's
Again,
good.
true. It was just
messing with it.
Yeah, just chewing on it.
Yeah.
And so my dog ate an ant trap.
Well, it didn't eat it, right?
Well, my dog was chewing on an ant trap.
Yeah, the dog was chewing on an ant trap. Yeah.
So I think my dog's good.
Okay.
But I'm not home right now. So that is in the back of my mind.
Yeah, of course, man.
But it was like an hour before I came, and it said like, "Hey, as long as your dog's like drinking normal and like it eats and like that."
Yeah.
And like she was drinking water. She ate dinner before I left, and then I'm like, all right. I put her in the crate though, because there's still one ant trap out. It's like really behind the couch, like she can't get it. But I need to be protected against the ants.
Yeah.
Because like, or I just get an anteater as a pet, and then I treat it like a dog, and then I don't have to worry about ants.
Anteaters, I don't know about the smell. I don't know what they smell like.
You don't think they smell good? I mean, in the wild, probably. But if you keep it at the you think they just have natural?
Well, I don't know what
odor?
kind of. I don't know what type of what the fur is like. Like I don't know if it's soft or if it's weird and porcupine-esque.
I don't think it's stabby.
I have no idea. I don't know if you can domesticate an anteater. That's what you should be Googling. Domestic anteater. Fuck. Just a little.
Why can I not? Oh, it's thick, coarse, and bristly. Wait,
See?
no. Feeling similar to a horse's mane or
Ugh.
stiff straw. Yeah, okay.
So gross.
Yeah, not great.
Folks, there's so much going on. You've got so much on your plate. Why take up more of your time with little things like having to go to the grocery store, my personal least favorite? I've started getting my groceries delivered, and it has changed everything for me. I am genuinely more happy of a person not having to deal with going through those aisles, people just running into other things with their carts, like people not looking each other in the eye. I really hate the grocery store, and the parking lots, forget about that. But the great news is Instacart exists. And you might not know this, but you can get more than just groceries on Instacart. You can also get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour, boy. But the best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start taking things off your plate and putting different things on your plate. It's a food delivery joke. It's not really a joke. It was just kind of a thing I said. The point is this. Make your life a little easier with Instacart. Hit the link in this episode description. Get that deal and start using Instacart today. Listen, like I said, you've been working hard. And I think you deserve to treat yourself. And there's no better way to do that than to check out all the great stuff we've got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. We've got more than just clothes. But let me say this. The clothes, they're going to make you look good and make you feel good, okay? This is not some cheap, weird, like that Gildan brand and it fits disgusting. This is like, you're going to want to wear this stuff. It's super comfortable. The t-shirts especially. I'm talking tri-blend material. That's 3 kinds of material. That's Target quality, folks. But we've also got mugs and pint glasses and bucket hats and baseball hats, slides, notebooks, fanny packs, all made to order. So again, get yourself something nice and check it out over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Link is also, of course, going to be in this episode description. Check it out. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. You know, man, the podcast advertising, it feels like it gets bigger every week. Every week I listen to, my regular roster of podcasts, and it's like, Chevy is doing ads on podcasts now. Oh, Nissan's doing ads on podcasts now, like car companies, but not just them. McDonald's, State Farm, like massive brands that have massive ad budgets that do big commercials on the Super Bowl every year and all this stuff, and it's very cool. I mean, I can't think of anything in my lifetime that has created its own space for advertising in the realm of like television, newspaper, but now podcasts are right there with them, and that's only going to get bigger, and that's really cool. The problem is that there's not really any room for smaller or local businesses to get in on the action. At least they haven't yet. But the good news is that's what we're here for, all right? That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising and what it can do for you, hit us up, reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com. Oh, dude, that reminds me. I watched the new Untold series. Well,
yeah, which one? Which one did they?
So the last one that came out, there might have been a new one today. Actually, I haven't checked, but The last one that came out was about like this horse murder type thing. Have you seen this?
No.
So Triage, I guess, is like the name of, or Tressage. Triage is something else.
Triage is like at a like, well, it's usually like
That's like
triaging
operatives.
like a patient, like
Right.
like a hospital
Right.
type scenario.
So Tressage is like the horse dancing shit. That's like the professional name for it.
Yeah.
So
Are we sure that's Tressage? We got that
I'm
right now?
almost, yeah, I'm basically
Okay.
positive.
Yeah.
So, dude, so sometimes these untold, like I watch them all, and sometimes they're hit and miss.
I haven't. The only one I watched was the Thrashers
Yeah,
one.
a lot of them are really good.
Dansbury.
But this one, so the story is basically this guy who was an Olympic horse triager,
Yeah.
and he had a barn where he would train people for dressage.
Yeah.
And so this rich girl, when she's like 16, her dad calls and is like, get my daughter in here.
Get my daughter into
Get my daughter into the triage. And the guy's like, okay, we can see what we can do. So
Dressaging.
Dressage. So her dad is paying this guy all this money, and he like the dad buys one of the guy's horses for the girl, and she is like living on the property like rent free because of, you know, that's the agreement with her dad.
Yeah.
But then she starts going like she's not very good
Not good at triaging.
triage.
Yeah.
So she starts like kind of freaking out on everybody there, like, you're not doing your job training me, and they're kind of like, well, you're not really good at this, and she's like, fuck you. So they start going like crazy on each other, and she's making all these crazy Facebook posts.
And but she's still living there. This is
But
over
she's
the
still
course of
living
like
there.
time. Isn't it like one day? It's
Yeah,
like-
This is not one
Okay.
day. So she's making all these posts like, you can try to break me, but you're gonna wake the beast, and the beast is gonna get you. So that's what, like, she's obviously a crazy person. But the problem is the guy who runs the barn is also an idiot, because he's like calling the police being like, I don't feel safe. And they're like, well, we can't really do anything. And he's not like kicking her out of the house or anything like that. He's never being like, you need to get out of here. He's just like telling everyone around him, like, this is so crazy. Like, this is
Why
awful.
didn't he kick her out?
I have no idea,
Okay.
because he's a fucking lunatic. Because the truth of the matter is, Matthew, this whole documentary was just these two super rich people, just like two of the richest assholes meeting, and just immovable, like two people who have never had something
Unstoppable
not go
force,
their way.
immovable object type
Exactly,
scenario, yeah.
rich asshole edition. So, again, instead
One of my
of
One of my favorite editions.
instead of doing all that to get this woman off of his property, he shoots her in the chest
Hell
with
yeah.
a gun.
Hell yeah.
The 9mm. She lives. She's
Oh, that's bullshit.
whatever. But he fucking shot her. So now he's on trial for attempted murder, and they're pleading insanity for this guy, because they're claiming that, like, you know, this woman with all of her nuttiness drove him to the edge, and he basically like blacked out and shot her, and then came to as soon as he finished shooting her, which is insane. Like, that's a crazy thing. The insanity plea, like, less than 10% of the time, I think, has ever worked.
Works all the time at Batman.
That's different.
Okay.
This guy doesn't have Commissioner Gordon on his side, okay? Neither of them do.
No, they don't want Commissioner Gordon. They need Scarecrow on their side, because he runs Arkham.
Okay, I can't get into with the incorrectness of that.
In the movies, that's what happens.
That's in one movie, and it's for like a little bit, and it's wrong.
No, he
And that's
runs.
that.
He's the head doctor. He runs the facility, and he gets all
In
the
Batman
mobsters.
Begins?
Yeah, he gets all the mobsters
I mean, you know
that
how
go
I
to
feel
jail.
about that
He has
movie.
them all plead
I
insanity.
don't recall. You know how I feel about that movie. I don't recall it.
Whatever, dude.
Anyways,
Can I ask a question?
of course, please.
Is this like this guy's actively on trial, or this is an old story?
This is like, I think this is from 2019.
So, So
A while
when you
ago.
say this guy's on trial, do you mean in the part of the series or the documentary that you're watching, or in the part that you're talking about, or do you mean like he's actively currently on trial?
He's not currently on trial.
Okay. Because that's what I was gonna.
I'm going through. I'm working through the
complain about
documentary
that.
here.
Yeah, I was
working
gonna.
through the documentary.
I don't like when they. We've talked about.
Oh,
this,
yeah, when there's
when they do documentaries too quick, like when things are active.
Oh yeah, no, this is
like-
definitely not one of those things.
Okay.
This is not that situation. Untold wouldn't do that to us. So, basically, this guy pleads insanity, and he's like really, like they show the videos of the trial, and he's like really, pushing it. Like he's obviously trying to look like he's a crazy person. He's doing a heck of a job. But at the end of the day, jury comes back. They got a verdict. Step up to the plate. And essentially because they all were like this woman, it was almost like an Amber Heard type thing. Where it was like, oh, this person is just a huge piece of shit that we're just going to be on this guy's side. So he got cleared, even though...
So his sanity plea was successful.
It was successful,
which
is why it's so crazy. Because, like I said, it's such a slim...
I think your facts are wrong, buddy.
I'm not wrong, Matthew. First of all, even if we were incorporating Batman facts, I would be a guy who knows Batman facts.
I just gave you Batman facts.
I don't know about that.
This puddle's moving.
Yes, it's drifting.
What are you
Go
gonna
get some
do?
paper towels here.
No.
Sing a
I
little
don't
song.
want you to go. I want to stay.
How much time do we have?
We got
33 minutes. Jesus fucking Christ! I thought we've been going for.
Yeah, we've been going for about an hour and a half, but you cut all my gold. You
said we've been going for about an hour and a half, but
Yeah.
I cut all your gold.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Do you even remember what you were saying before we started taping?
Yeah, I was saying something. I sweep guy.
Which I think you covered plenty, Matthew. I think we gave you plenty. Unless you want, the stage is yours, kid. Add to it.
No.
Add to the.
I
add to the
promise
mythos.
you this. I promise you that. Let me. Remember when you promised your spoken word album?
Oh yeah, I have an update on that, by the way.
I promise that I will do a one-man show of Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors. But also, I still don't know the difference between that and Rocky Horror Picture Show. So there might be some crossover. I might blend the two.
There might be. You might burst out into a "Let's do the time warp again" during the sweeping.
Yes.
Got it.
So I see. I don't understand that reference.
Yeah, that's
I've never
okay.
seen
That's
either
that's
of
for
them.
everybody else listening who gets it.
What's your update on the spoken word album?
It's not quite ready. I know everybody's waiting for, because here's what I want to say. I've got another big project in the works. I don't really know if I want to talk too much about it yet because it's going to be a pretty long process. But maybe pretty soon we'll be able to,
Touch
start
on
hyping it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But the spoken word album, it turns out we have to re-record some of the tracks. So
What happened?
there's another delay on it. They just, we got in to the mix and it was like, it's just not where it needs to be yet, And when you're working on a project for this long, like you want to get it right. Like the reason you take a long time is because you want to get it perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to put out a spoken word album that's not perfect diction-wise. And if I were to do that now, it would be rushing out a final product that I just would not be comfortable standing by creatively.
Speaking of creative shit and throwback and shout out, you see what Grace Greenan's been doing?
Yeah, it looks like she's doing great.
Dude, I know she's crushing it.
Howdy, California.
Yeah, those shout out to Gigi.
Mm-hmm.
I still have her. She gave us some merch the last time she was around.
Nice
Yeah.
shirts, very comfortable.
I know. I've been thinking about I met her in college, so her new song that's all the hibbity bub.
I haven't listened to it. What's it?
It's about when she moved to California.
Oh, sure.
And because she was a music teacher at a school.
Oh, right.
And she was in a long, super long term relationship.
Yeah, I saw her post a bunch of stuff about
and
that.
the new song that I should know this if I'm going to bring it up. I don't know if the album is out yet, but I think she's coming out with a full album. And that's part of it.
Cool. Maybe we could have a
It's one of the
split
featured,
release party.
It's one of the featured tracks. Yeah. Yeah. Want to do Who Win of the Week?
Yeah. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is Sebastian Maniscalco versus Frank Sinatra.
I had it my way. Yeah. That's all I got. What else has Sinatra got in his bag?
Fly me to the moon.
And
Let me play among the stars.
Yeah.
New York, New York.
Jupiter and Mars.
Yeah. He's in New York, New York.
Oh, yeah.
I got to sing about it.
Yeah. Concrete jungle where dreams are made
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Hey, baby.
So he's got New York, New York. He's got My Way. Banger. And then he's got Jupiter and Mars.
Fly me to the moon.
I'll say this. The song My Way. All right, so when I was playing hockey, we used to do this thing called bus tag.
Yeah.
This is going to derail us for a second on the Who Would Win of the Week.
Good.
But we used to play this game called bus tag. And it was when we were on the road, because we're on the bus all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when you were leaving, like, the hotel to go to the rink or leaving the rink or leaving it was mostly leaving a restaurant because everybody's going back to the bus at the same time after you have, like, a team meal or whatever. And somebody would start a game of bus tag, and essentially it was like last person on the bus is still it, essentially. So you would have to sing karaoke. If you lost bus tag, you had to sing karaoke on the bus.
Were you just walking really slow that whole time?
No. I mean, I would, I would usually still do a little number anyway, just for the fellas, just to get the fellas going. But there was a kid, I can't remember his name. He was a freshman, and he got on the bus and sang. I remember his name. His first name was Will. He sang My Way and, like, fucking nailed it.
Wow.
And, like, the boys were fired up.
That's incredible.
It was like one of those American Idol moments where you see somebody that, like, you're like
a Susan Boyle.
Yeah, it was a Susan Boyle. He had a Susan Boyle
Will
moment.
Boyle.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Willie Boyle?
I'm talking about Willie Boyle.
Yeah.
He had a Willie Boyle moment. It was it was pretty special. But that was my first, like, real introduction to that song. I don't know. I'd never I'd never, like, listened to that song all the way through, start to finish. I was never a Sinatra guy. What are you rolling your eyes at me for?
Well, it's just like you just hear these, like, these songs, they call them the standards, because they've been around for so long and they're kind of everywhere.
You know that part of it.
Yeah.
But you don't know all the intricacies, all the details of the song.
I'm getting drunk. I've had a few. He's also got Luck Be a Lady Tonight.
Don't know that one.
Some of these I think are, like, ones that he recorded but weren't, like, necessarily his songs, you know what I mean? But I think this one, That's Life. That's what all the people say.
Don't know that one.
Riding high in April, shut down in May. You don't know that song?
No.
What about Strangers in the Night?
That sounds like Phantom of the Opera.
Something Glances.
Don't know that one.
What about Fly with me, let's fly away.
I think I know that one. All right, I'm good on the Sinatra song.
Now let's do some Sebastian bits. These people, aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you embarrassed? The girl and the cat goes, gah. That's the best I got for Sebastian. I can't do Sebastian. Nobody's asking me to, thankfully.
I'm looking up some stats.
I won't do that. About, like, height and stuff. Now, here's the thing about Sinatra. I think a lot of people, how do I say? A lot of idiots. What's the other word for them? Italian people. They say, they'll be like,
that's disrespectful.
Frank. Exactly. But they'll be like, I don't mean that. Some people I know who are Italian, some of my best friends are Italian. But there are some people who will be like, oh, Frank, Frank connected to the mob. Yeah, but it was just because he was like a good
Famous
singer.
Italian
You
guy.
know what I mean? Like they were like, yeah, this guy is a little light in the loafers, but he's all right.
See, I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay, go.
I think so. One, they were both miniature men. Like I don't even know if we could see them in this room. Well, I say we're both
Sicilian.
Yeah, he's Sebastian's still kicking. Is Frank Sinatra dead, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
famously
just making
dead.
Just making sure. I
Jesus
said it and I knew
Christ.
that, but I want to double
He
check.
died in the 80s, I think.
That's right. Yeah, I remember. I remember where I was when he died. Actually, now that you say it,
Uh-huh.
I was walking into the Brickyard.
I was walking in the Lucky Luciano's place.
We were getting barbecue.
Good barbecue at a brickyard.
That was Michael Jackson, by the way. That's when Michael
That's
Jackson
not.
died.
No, we were going to Casa Antica.
But we parked behind the Brickyard.
No, we parked.
No, dude,
in
I
front
think
of
we were going to
Casa
the
Antica.
Brickyard.
Matthew, who's good? Who do you think remembers this better, you or me? Let me ask you that right now.
Me, because I remember
wrong.
going into Brickyard.
Yeah, that's a different time.
That a different
When
time that Michael Jackson died?
No, Matthew, you're remembering just a different time we went to the Brickyard. When Michael Jackson died, we were in Dad's car. I was
Going.
sitting behind him. You were sitting behind Mom. We
Dude.
pull up to Casa Antica, in front of Casa Antica. The patio's on our right.
No.
And, turn the radio up. Michael Jackson dead.
No. Because you know how Brickyard has that back
The back
parking
lot, of course.
I remember we were walking through that parking lot. And it was obviously before BBC. So
That's incorrect.
all right, fuck you, dude. Here's what I'm going to say. They're both small,
They're both small.
but Sebastian's 5'9", Frank Sinatra's 5'8".
Okay.
Barely classifying as an adult man.
Okay, sure.
Frank Sinatra, I feel like, amongst all the other things, not even related to like the mob and stuff like that,
Yeah.
he was a brilliant singer, which maybe some people would knock him for because they don't see it as like a super manly task. Wait, I'm still going.
Of course, of course.
But I think, based on the generation that he was a part of, that guy was nails. I just know that guy was nails.
I think, you know what?
He
I'm
had to have
inclined-
been nails.
I'm inclined to agree with you. I'll tell you. I'll talk about this, and I'll tell you one story. So, yeah, he was from that era where it was like you smoke and you drink,
Yeah.
and you have a terrible diet. And I do think he could probably punch harder than Sebastian.
Dude, I'll tell
you.
you this, because I think Sebastian Maniscalco with fame has like gotten into shape. Like I think he's pretty.
Oh yeah, he's
looks like
a
a pretty
lean,
fit
mean
guy,
machine,
yeah.
and he's always
But
like
I'll
moved
tell you
so
right
much
now-
on stage. He's quick.
Yeah, but he's a bitch. I could just, dude. You could knock him the fuck out. You could lay him flat on his back. He can't take a punch. No chance.
Well, I think a lot of guys who, end up becoming comedians like Sebastian, it's because, they don't want to fight,
Yeah.
right? But I think to a certain extent the same thing could be said for Frank with his singing, at least in the beginning of his career.
Yeah, but Frank was no. See, I don't know the story of Frank Sinatra, so this could be so far off base.
Okay.
This is just how I envision him.
Yeah.
Like, classy guy, but like, to be a classy guy back then, you had to be nails.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You had to be a little. You were buttoned up, but you were
Oh,
rough on the edges.
This guy's getting into my
Yeah.
hey,
But
what's the matter?
so
you?
what I was gonna say was, I feel like he was that kind of guy. He just happened to be an excellent singer.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, from the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yes. He was a guy from the neighborhood that happened to just have sick pipes,
Yeah.
and he just rode
Now,
those.
look, we got to talk about this, man. Like I said, so sure, Sinatra, more nails than Sebastian, agreed. But with all of Frank's manly tendencies, the smoking, the drinking, the things that made him him, not necessarily the most physically in shape guy. Sebastian, he's moving around. He's quick.
No.
Here's the
But
deal.
you see, here's where you're wrong.
Well, I didn't
Okay,
even
go
get
ahead.
to my point,
Finish.
so how can I be
Go ahead.
wrong yet?
Yep.
Frank hits Sebastian. He's going to hit him hard, and it's going to be tough for Sebastian. But he's got to catch him first. Sebastian moving around. Aren't you embarrassed? Bop, bop, bop. Frank, heart attack. Heart attack.
You're
Easy.
forgetting that back then, cigarettes were good for you.
No, I'm keeping that in mind.
You had a cold, cigarette.
Yeah, of course.
You had the sniffles, cigarette.
Cigarette, sure.
Yeah. You had lung cancer, cigarette.
What did FDR have?
Polio,
Polio,
cigarette. So I disagree with. I think he was in tip-top shape. And
well, that's an
think about how
insane
much.
statement.
Think about how good you have. Like your stamina has to be to have the pipes to go out and sing some of those songs.
Well, one, he wasn't exactly known for moving around a lot on stage.
Doesn't matter.
And also, towards the end of his life, maybe he wasn't sounding as good as he used to. You know what I mean?
Okay. Are we talking about a Frank
I'm just
Sinatra the day
saying.
before he died? Or are we talking about Frank Sinatra in his prime?
All right, fair enough. But still.
Dude, he's knocking the boots off of Sebastian Maniscalco. And I'll say this. When Sebastian Maniscalco first came on the scene, shall we say, I was a huge Sebastian Maniscalco fan.
When you got your wisdom teeth out, you were like, "Oh, what's Sebastian Maniscalco?"
Yeah, and it was probably funny as hell. I think my tides have turned on Sebastian Maniscalco. I bet you his stand-up comedy and stuff is still funny.
It is.
I tried to watch that show, Bookie. Is that what it's called?
Don't know.
His HBO show where he's
No idea.
bookie.
Never heard of it.
Really?
Nope.
Dude, I watched the first 3 minutes and was like, I ain't watching this.
TV's hard, and I think Sebastian is still in that kind of area where he's obviously like a stadium comedian,
Well,
he's still kind of from the old school where he's like, well, what you do is even when you get to that level, you get a show on HBO as opposed to doing what Tom Segura or Bert Kreischer does, where they're creating their own machine instead of working to fit into somebody else's.
Yeah. I think that's part of it. I think he's just gotten too famous. He acts too famous now. You can get super famous and still.
Sure.
And that's just the vibe I get for him.
Maybe.
I haven't watched any of his new stuff. I have no idea. But I just get the vibe that he's too famous. I'm taking Frank Sinatra. Couldn't even remember a guy's name.
I think at the end of the day, I'm going to take Frank Sinatra too. Ultimately, I think Sebastian, if he can, here's the thing. I think if at the beginning of the confrontation, Sebastian's going to be pretty squirrely, and if he's able to punch Sinatra in the throat and then run away, maybe he's got a chance. But I think that's kind of his only move.
The last few Who Would Win the Weeks that we've done, your take has been they're just going to run away. You can't just
Which is
run
not how you
away.
win. Which is not how you win. That's why I'm taking Frank. You
can't just run away.
Saying. I'm just saying.
Frank's going to find you. He's going to Mike Myers it.
I like that a lot.
Slow
If
walk
they do
after you and just randomly turn up once you think you're safe.
How's the Halloween theme go? Yeah. If we do a very like a big band with that and
version
Frank,
of it.
That could if this were 2008 and we made a YouTube video about
That would
that,
play
million
hard,
views,
yeah.
million views.
Yeah.
That would have been
Us
God.
and Smosh, baby.
Us and Smosh.
And one about the unicorn. Wasn't there
Charlie
Charlie,
Unicorn. Us, Charlie Unicorn,
and Smosh.
and Smosh.
Yeah.
If only. If
Going to the Mountains
God.
is still one of the greatest.
Oh, without a doubt.
sketches
it's where
of
I
all
learned.
time.
It's where I learned the word boner.
Yeah.
We were. We were.
Yeah, and you asked our mother what a boner was.
No. That was what a condom was. That was when I watched. That was watching the show Chuck. See, this is why I know where we were when Michael Jackson died, Matthew.
Oh,
this
dude.
is why I know where we were when
that
MJ
one I
kicked
only
the bucket.
know. That one I only know because I've heard the story, so I was inferring that's where it was going. The Michael Jackson thing, I vividly remember walking through that parking lot. It was sunny.
Well, you vividly remember.
It was actually.
wrong.
When did he die? Did he die in the spring?
He died in April.
Yes.
Is my guess, and it wasn't sunny.
Oh.
It was cloudy.
It
was cloudy that moment. The moment it was cloudy. I swear to God.
Maybe for you, but it was actually sunny. Nope. See, I knew he died in June. It was summer. It was sunny.
It was a cloudy June day. It was one of those famous cloudy June days. Matthew, I swear to God, if we get a time machine, I'll bet you $1 million.
Vote on that on Instagram. Who would win the
vote.
week?
Vote.
Frank
Were
Sinatra
we in the car or were we in the parking lot?
Sebastian Maniscalco. Vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Who would win of the week?
There's a Michael Jackson biopic out right now. Did
No,
you know this?
I didn't.
There's a Michael
Who's
Jackson.
playing Michael?
Some fucking guy. No idea who he is. Rotten Tomatoes score, critic score, 26%. Audience score, 97. I've
Really?
never heard of.
Yeah,
something
that
so
much
drastic.
fluctuation. I think
I
there's
don't
just a
wanna
lot
see
of
it,
people
though.
that
I
like
just don't
Michael
wanna see it, though.
Jackson. I think that's
That's what
you
I'm
know
kind
I mean?
of. That's what I'm kind of thinking.
I gotta
well,
say,
it's a bad movie, but the songs he still plays the songs. So like, and that's not.
I hope.
I don't know.
Oh, dude, why know what I wish they would do for biopics? Like, I'm gonna give somebody this idea right now, and you can take it and run with it, just for the people. Do a biopic of Elvis, but don't get like Timothy Chalamet to like practice being Elvis for like 3 years. Go to fucking Las Vegas and just find like an Elvis impersonator and make him Elvis.
Well, here's the problem, Matthew. Those movies cost obviously a lot. It's a big investment to make those movies.
Not if you don't have Timmy C running.
No. With everything else, it's still a lot of.
I know, but you're
saving
saving a lot of money if you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Maybe you're saving a lot of money in the long term. Or Jesus fucking Christ, excuse me. A big picture, it's not. You're not saving that much, but you are saving a large sum of money. The problem is, those people are crazy, and they don't. And you can't work with them.
Dude, I
They're
totally
insane.
disagree. I'm
You're
not saying
wrong,
like
though.
I'm not saying get like one of the
No,
ones that's
I
like in a
know.
wheelchair.
Matthew, I know, and
a
I'm
fat
telling
guy
you,
in a
those
wheelchair.
people are all
I'm talking like a
crazy.
guy who's on
You
stage singing Michael
Yeah, I know.
Jackson at like an off-strip casino
You
on like
can't-
Tuesday nights.
You can't bet your
Elvis.
multi-million-dollar studio movie on a crazy
I
person.
disagree.
Like
You
that.
can and you should. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. You can and you should.
Well, that's why Warner Brothers is collapsing, because Matthew was the head of it for
No,
so many years.
if I was, because dude, who knows Michael Jackson better than a guy who's been playing Michael Jackson 3 nights a week at the Flamingo for the past 30 years? Nobody. He's got the hee-hee. Think about how good his hee-hee probably is.
It's probably, I think there's a ceiling on any impersonator's hee-hee.
I
There's
disagree.
a ceiling on it. I don't think that this guy is getting better at it. I don't think he could be, like,
You
that
know
much
what?
better at the hee-hee.
All right, fuck this then. If there's any indie filmmakers out there, I'll finance a Michael Jackson biopic. No, an Elvis biopic. But the stipulation is the main actor has to be an actual Elvis Presley impersonator.
Well, here's the thing.
And then, honestly, between him and the deck of cards, what else do we need?
Just pull out of cards and, like, that's a scene.
Yeah, that's a scene.
Pull out
Yeah.
one right now. Open on. Let's see how this movie starts. Random card. Open on. We see interior. Don't mess them up. They're in order.
Fuck.
Don't worry about it. I'll fix it. Hey, just pick a random card.
No,
You
I
can't
gotta
just go
find number
through.
one. No, I already picked a random card. That's what I was doing. I was cutting the deck.
Don't worry
But now
about
I'm
it.
going back to number one.
Well, number one is still number
Yeah,
one.
right here. I know. That's why I was getting there. No, because I cut the deck.
Okay, fair enough.
His first professional record featured "That's All Right, Mama" with Blue Moon of Kentucky on the flip side. This record was released in 1954 on Sun label. That's the perfect opening scene. And then you'd flash back to when he was
Yeah.
a child.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Use the cards. Oh, that's all right, Mama. Oh, that's all right
give you
with
one
me.
more?
Scene 2.
Such a good scene, too. No, this would be scene 3. This is
Okay.
a flashback movie. Elvis received the highest fee ever paid for a single guest performance on television. He appeared on the Frank Sinatra show for $125,000.
I did it my way. I'm an Italian guy. I'll be with
A jailhouse rock.
A
A
jailhouse
jailhouse rock.
A jailhouse rock.
Yeah.
Al Capone.
I think we're ready to do it. Are you?
Yes, absolutely.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.